Right, good morning, welcome back. As you can see, the Softail is back on the road. Been for a test ride, it's absolutely perfect. Everything's functioning as it should, the gears are all changing as they should, and best of all, no leaks. Now, it was all down to the gearbox main shaft, 5th gear seal, was leaking because the inner primary bearing inner race had migrated inwards and minced it. This is apparently a thing on these bikes, and now I've done it. It never happens again. It's the sort of thing that happens maybe once in the bike's life over the course of time with vibration. That little thing migrates its way inwards and eventually kills the seal. Well, it won't do it again in my lifetime, so I'm happy with that. That's that job done. And thankfully, it now means we can get on with the modifications we had planned for this beautiful bike, and today is the first one of those. Now, when you buy a bike that's new to you, there are obviously repairs that you might have to make, like the gearbox leak, done that. There are also upgrades, things you want to upgrade over and above the standard factory spec, like perhaps a better seat or different handlebars, that sort of thing. And there's also modifications that you want to make to the bike to make it better for you, happier and more comfortable for you to ride. And today is exactly one of those. And it's not a modification to a factory part, it's actually a modification to an accessory, a rather weird accessory that I've never really seen before and is really irritating to use. I've got to do something about it. And the accessory in question today is these rather strange trigger levers, to give them their product name. It appears that they're designed to have this little spur that sticks forward about 3/4 of an inch, roughly 3/4 of the way up, and it looks like a trigger on a handgun. And it's kind of designed maybe to catch with your index finger when you pull the levers in. And maybe whoever designed them thinks that some way that is a benefit, I don't know, but in use it's absolutely irritating in every way, because it appears that when you pull the lever in, it separates your index finger from the rest, and the natural position for your index finger to want to sit is there where the spur or trigger actually is, but it can't. It has to sit there to one side. This is curved and actually holds your finger quite a way away from the rest, so this gap actually means you're pulling harder with your index finger than you can if you do it with all four. And you cannot put all four below the trigger because with a glove on, there's not enough room. And it's exactly the same on the brake side, holding these two fingers apart when the natural position would be for them to be together, right where the spur is. Now, some might say that that would work if you had bigger hands, and maybe, yeah, it would, until you then put thick gloves on a cold day, and then you wouldn't get your finger in that little space between the spur and the end of the lever, so it's still in the way. There's no getting away from it. That spur is exactly where your index finger needs to be. It's not a massive issue, but it's a bit like having a stone in your shoe. It's all you think about until you deal with it. It's just an irritation that won't go away. So today, we're going to make it go away. Now, I said in a recent video on the Indian Pursuit clutch cable, where it got a little bit sticky, that the pins that hold these levers in place, on the Indian, they're held in with a 10mm nut, but on Harley Davidson's, they're held in with a tiny, tiny, tiny Circlip, and I haven't got Circlip pliers small enough to get in that weeny Circlip, so inevitably I end up doing it with a screwdriver, just flipping it off where it disappears into hyperspace. Well, today, I have a solution. Now, with Circlip pliers, you actually need more of them than you think. I've got 4 pairs, and I'm constantly finding I haven't got the right one I need. 4 pairs is actually 1/4 of what you need, because there are 16 different sizes of Circlip pliers to cover every eventuality, pretty much. Now, treating myself to this set, They're Segan brand by Sealey. I'll show you what you get for your money. There you get 4 different sizes, and that makes 2 of each. One with a straight head and one with a 90-degree bent head. From large, medium, small and tiny. Now I did say 16 sets, and obviously there's only 8, but you don't need a second set. These double up because they're reversible. So these are operating at the moment as an internal. You've got a thumb wheel screw on the back that screws the 2 plates together. You just undo that and put the screw in the other hole. Takes a second and they become external. So each pair of these does internal and external. Now Circlips come with the holes that these pins fit into, and they measure from 2.3mm hole, which the big ones fit, that's a big fat Circlip, right down to a 1mm hole that these tiny pliers fit into. And a 1mm hole is the hole in those Circlips. So that tiny pair of pliers should get those out. Boom. Right, now like Alan says, gently with the file and you'll get there in the end. That's it. Right, there we are. Trigger's all gone and functioning like normal levers again. Happy with that result. Now there will be those in the comments already that would have said, just buy some new levers. What's wrong with you faffing around with all that? Just bolt some new ones on. Indeed, that is possibly an option, but I'd rather spend money on a fishing rod than just a fish. Now I've got the tools to do it, I can do them myself. And as for the copper underplating showing through and a bit of bare aluminium all polished, I think that looks great. It's a 40-year-old bike and that blends in like aged patina. Nice. Now I think the moral of the story is, if you can modify something on your motorcycle to make it exactly how you want it, not only does it save you some money, it's less wasteful, maybe therefore better for the environment, but at the same time, it gives you an enormous sense of satisfaction. I'll see you next time.